Welcome to today's webinar on irrigation using satellite techniques and water management. I'm delightful to have you all here. Today, we will explore how modern satellite technology and artificial intelligence, along with data driven insights, are reshaping irrigation and water resource management across the agricultural landscape. So, this session is organized by PlanetEye Farm AI, a company deeply committed to integrating advanced technology into agriculture to make it more efficient, sustainable, and profitable. Over the next few minutes, we'll go through how irrigation practices have evolved, what challenges farmers still face, and how AI and satellite based systems are solving these real problems. So, before starting into technical part, let me quickly introduce PlanetEye Farm AI. We are pioneers in AI-driven agricultural monitoring and satellite-based crop analytics. Our expertise spans remote sensing, predictive analytics, and decision intelligence. Our vision is simple yet powerful: to be the leading force in revolutionizing agriculture by empowering people with data driven insights derived from AI and satellite technology. And our mission is to empower agribusinesses with innovative solutions and actionable insights that drive both success, sustainability, and better agriculture. At PlanetEye Farm AI, we firmly believe that data from space can help every farmer to make smarter decisions here on the earth. Now, importance of efficient irrigation. So before knowing the importance of irrigation, we must know what do we mean by irrigation. So irrigation is very simple concept, that artificial application of water to the soil to get yield from the soil. And as irrigation is vital for production of any farm products and for sustainable development of agriculture, it is one of the oldest and most important aspect of agriculture. So as we all know that water is a lifeline of the crops, and but we often to forget that over irrigation can be just as harmful as the water scarcity. In many parts of India, almost more than 60% available fresh water is used for agriculture, and still inefficiency still lead to huge losses. As we all know that efficient irrigation doesn't just save water, it ensures optimal plant growth, better yields, improved soil health. So when we talk about water management, we are really talking about sustainability of our food system. So this is where modern techniques supported by AI and satellites are bringing real change. So just we have seen that why irrigation is important, because without irrigation agriculture is possible, but within that limited possible agriculture we cannot feed the growing population of the earth. And for that, irrigation by the artificial means is very important. So let's we see some traditional irrigation methods. So let us first understand where we started. So traditional methods like flood irrigation, furrow irrigation, basin irrigation have been practiced for decades. So flood irrigation is very simple, but often it is wasteful because that huge number of water is lost by this method. Second one is furrow irrigation. It works very well for row crops, but leads to uneven water distribution. Again, basin irrigation, it is useful in orchards and paddy fields, but it lacks uniformity and control, because in basin irrigation we cannot control the flow of water. So in this process a lot of amount of water get wasted. The main problem is that these systems are mostly manual and cause high evaporation losses, and also along with it they have water use efficiency is very low. So they were great for their time, but in today's time, today's climate, and according to today's population condition, we need something that is more smarter. So as we had seen that traditional farming methods, so in traditional farming methods, traditional irrigation system were used, definitely. So, but these methods were having some kind of limitations, and that limitations are quite serious. So traditional irrigation often leads to nutrient leaching. That is the nutrients available in the soil, they go deeper, deeper, deeper in the soil layers, and it's called leaching. So meaning that fertilizer that get washed away, it wastes both money, it wastes fertilizers, it wastes water, and indirectly or directly somewhere it get to wasting of our productivity. We also face waterlogging and salinity buildup, especially in the regions with poor drainage. Another big issue that there is no real-time data available in traditional methods of irrigation, because farmers rely on experience and guesswork to decide when and how much to irrigate. This results in both under irrigation as well as over irrigation, so which directly or indirectly affect the yield, and also it affects the soil structure. And all these challenges are push researchers and agri-tech companies like ours, PlanetEye Farm AI, to innovate leading methods to the next generation of irrigation system. So now we let's towards the modern irrigation technologies. Now the major question from your side will be, what is modern irrigation technology? So modern irrigation is not just about supplying water, it's about managing water intelligently. So we already are, everyone is known with the techniques like sprinkler and drip irrigation, which deliver water directly to the root zone of the crops, and they allow controlled delivery based on the crop type, soil texture, as well as we can say the growth stage. When we integrate this system with IoT devices, moisture sensors, automated pumps, we get what we call as precision irrigation. This system helps monitor soil, crop conditions, and we can monitor it continuously and adjust irrigation schedules automatically. So this kind of shift marks the transition from manual irrigation to the smart irrigation, and which is a crucial step toward the sustainability. So on the screen you can see some sensors which are used in irrigations. So sensors are something like a device which gives us data of moisture, or what we say that how much amount of water available in the soil. And sensors play a big role in precision agriculture. We use sensors to measure the parameters such as soil moisture, temperature, humidity, rainfall, and even some sensors are having the capability to detect the leak detection in irrigation lines. So this data helps us to determine exactly when the water is needed and in what amount. But however, sensors are quite powerful, but they also come with certain challenges, especially in the large scale application. So let's see what are the limitations of sensor-based system. So let's be realistic. Sensor-based irrigation system has some limits, not some, they have many limits. So first, there is a high installation and maintenance cost. And as an Indian farmer, we know that the farming should be budget friendly. So as their installation and maintenance cost is high, they cover only small area, typically field level data they can provide, and often require manual calibration, because sensor doesn't come with automated or digital calibration. We need to calibrate it according to our soil, according to our environment, according to our soil and all the weather insights. So environmental factors like soil composition and temperature variation can affect these readings. And in the region with hundred of farms and large water management area, it becomes impractical to scale purely on the sensor data. So this is where satellites become a game changer, because as we all know that someone had joined, okay, sorry. So this is where the satellite become game changer, providing large scale reliable insights without any ground limitations. So what is the role of technology in irrigation, especially satellite technology? So satellite technology enable us to see and measure water dynamics over vast area. and that vast area may be districts, it may be state, or it may be entire nation. So satellite provides us imagery and data on the soil moisture, also other data such as evapotranspiration, vegetation health, surface temperature, under surface water, over surface water. So by combining all this data along with the AI models, we can predict irrigation needs, and also we can identify over or underwater zones, and even it detect potential drought stress. So there are so many satellites which provide high resolution images. They provide radar images as well as optical data that can penetrate through the clouds and track vegetation changes over time. So this allows for continuous monitoring even during the monsoon or cloudy days. So in short, what sensors can do for one field, satellites can do for entire region. So now we will see that how AI and satellite data can be combined together for better irrigation. So when AI enters the picture, things gets even smarter. Artificial intelligence analyzes the pattern in satellite and weather data to predict the irrigation needs ahead of the time. It recognizes over-irrigated and under-irrigated areas and provide the alerts to farmers or irrigation departments. And with using this data, or we can call this as a predictive analytics, we can identify water stress zones before visible damage occurs. And through smart dashboards, both farmers and government agencies can make a quick data-driven decisions. So imagine receiving alert on your phone and it's saying your north field will need irrigation tomorrow based on the soil dryness and weather forecast. So that's the level of precision which AI brings into the agriculture. So what are the advantages of AI and satellite irrigation? So let's summarize some key advantages. First one is that absolutely large scale monitoring. As by using satellite, we can monitor taluka, or you can say tehsil block or district or even a whole state within a single time. Second one is reduce water wastage. So satellite provides data that when to irrigate and how much to irrigate. So by getting that this kind of data, we can do irrigation only when it is needed. Third one is better crop yields. So absolutely, when we will provide irrigation to our farms, when there is high need of irrigation to that plants, so directly or indirectly, plant will receive optimum water and it will boost the health of plant and increase the productivity. Fourth one is cost and time efficiency. So likewise, sensor in satellite system, there is no need for constant and manual field checks. And last one, major goal, that is sustainability. As sensor data and satellite data, we had already compared, the satellite and AI supports long-term water conservation and climate smart farming. This isn't just technology, it's a transformation of how we understand and manage one of our most precious resources, that is water. And as we all know that water is most precious resource on the earth and no life can sustain without water. So this is a case study that we had done on the side of PlanetEye Farm AI. So at PlanetEye Farm AI, we have developed an integrated satellite irrigation framework. It combines real-time satellite data along with AI models, AI analytics, and weather forecasting system. It gives farmer a clear picture of their irrigation status. The framework evaluates soil moisture, evapotranspiration, plant water uptake to recommend precise irrigation timing. It's scalable from a single farm to entire command area, and can also support government irrigation department in policy making, and we can see it as a like water budgeting. And our ultimate goal is that to make sure that every drops counts and not a single drop of water get wasted. So in the slide you can see that this is the image from the real field. You can clearly see that water is flowing there and it due to heavy rainfall, there is flood-like situation here. And on the left side of farm slide, we can see the PlanetEye dashboard showing combined data from the satellite and AI models. So here you can see that uh, the dashboard is showing you exact data what there is present on the actual field. So let's look at a real world case study. So here you can just see that soil moisture is 81.9%, which is quite high, and in the actual image you can see that there is quite high presence of water. Also, along with soil moisture, you can see that evapotranspiration, that is somewhat like 2.15 mm, and which is below average. So as seen in the picture, in the background you can see that precipitation and rainfall. So as we all know, during rainfall there is no sunlight, so there is absolutely evapotranspiration will be definitely less. Third one parameter, you can see that plant water uptake, that is shown as 4.82 liters per day, and it is around 80% efficiency. So as this quite high amount of water is present in the farm, plant will definitely take high water uptake. So this means that although the soil had enough water, plants were not utilizing it efficiently. Our analysis suggested that irrigation could be paused for a few days to save water without harming crops. This single insight saved thousands of liters of water while maintaining the healthy crop growth, a clear example of how AI and satellite data turn into real world impact. Now you can see some benefits, what the farmers get and what the government get. So benefits are twofold. First one is for farmer, second one for government agencies. So for farmers, they gain the accurate irrigation schedules, improved yield, and lower water bills. So as we are giving irrigation to the plants whenever they need only, so it will definitely save our water and also save electricity. Second one, that they can monitor field remotely using simple mobile dashboard. So farmer don't need to visit their farm actually day by day. So they can just open the mobile screen and check the water status of their farm. For government agency, satellite monitoring helps in drought prediction, water allocation, and irrigation policy planning. It provides transparency and accountability for public irrigation project. And together it builds a system that is efficient, data backed, and sustainable. Now you can see here drought and future implications. So lastly, when we talk about irrigation, we must address uh, drought management. So droughts are becoming more frequent due to climate changes, and predicting them early is crucial. So satellite based system help us map soil moisture, forecast drought risk zones, and drought can be analyzed before coming. That means we can detect the upcoming drought situations even a week before or also a month before. So in future, these insights will not only help the farmers to plan irrigation better, but will also guide government in designing climate resilient water strategies. So to conclude, irrigation is no longer just about supplying water. It's about understanding water. And second one is understanding agriculture. And third one is understanding what is importance and how much is the need of water in agriculture. So with the power of artificial intelligence, satellites and smart analytics, we are transforming irrigation into an intelligent, predictive and efficient system. At PlanetEye Farm AI, we are proud to be contributing to this change, ensuring that every drop of water benefits the crop along with the farmers and ultimately benefits our planet. So thank you all for being part of this session. I hope today's discussion have give you valuable insights into how satellite-based irrigation system can shape the future of sustainable agriculture. And I'll be happy to take your questions or hear your thoughts.